How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the DOP channel, DOP, or whatever. I actually forget how I named that. I forget what it means. I'm feeling a bit aired today, so if my voice is a bit off, that's why. But I had to get this video out and a few others because it is finally here. KSI v Logan Paul 2, and bloody hell, like this past week has really changed my opinion as a whole. So here we go. This video is just my opinion. Obviously, we all have different opinions, so please, I don't mind, but please don't be getting like butthurt or anything with my opinion. It's just my opinion, and here it is. So like I said, this week has been a very interesting week when it comes to KSI and Logan. It's amazing looking back last year because my opinion has really it's swapped. It's reversed completely because I remember last year, I'm not like a Logan fan. I really like KSI and prefer KSI. But like last year, for some reason, I really like KSI. It really looked like his ego was starting to get the better of him when it came in boxing. And I kind of wanted Logan to win in a way because I want to see how KSI would handle defeat. But yeah, and Logan was playing the victim a lot last year, and he does it in a really good way to the point where even I almost felt sorry for him. That's completely changed this year. Because last year, so there's been a lot of talking, especially this week. Like leading at the start of this fight, I thought it wouldn't be interesting. The talking it's made this very interesting. Credit to everyone around this fight because I didn't think this fight would be as interesting as the last. And they've really built this fight up and they've really hyped it up in the way of I really just want to see the outcome. So credit to them with that. I've lost where I was. Oh yeah, I was talking about last year how I wanted Logan to win because I wanted to see how KSI would handle defeat. But it felt like last year KSI was the master of the talking and mind games and Logan was quiet. It might just be my opinion, but today was the press conference. I don't really know. It was just another press conference. I think it was in LA. Basically, it was a sit-down press conference and all that, and it wasn't even a press conference. It was actually just a maths class. Logan just kept asking KSI maths questions and crap. So I don't know. It was a bit weird, but it made me realize, or made me think, in my opinion, that the cards have really reversed. I don't even know what that means, but you know what I mean. Everything's reversed because I felt like I said, I felt like last year KSI was in control of talking and mental game. And today, I really, really feel like Logan is actually in control, and I feel like Logan, from what I've seen today, he is actually in the head of KSI, and it's a bit of a scary thing to see, because what happened obviously at the end of the press conference. Well, obviously throughout the press conference, Logan and Shannon were just shouting and shouting. They wouldn't let KSI and Vidal talk. And obviously, they were acting childish, and that obviously pissed KSI off. So, I think Logan has really gone to his head, and I'm repeating myself here. Sorry, but I'm doing a deji again. Sorry. But anyway, it's interesting because at the end of the press conference, KSI actually shoved Logan Paul. He pushed him away, and I just find that so interesting. Oh, jeez, I got the runs. I find it so interesting because I remember last year at the LA press conference, the first one, Logan actually pushed KSI. And after that, KSI said the fact that Logan pushed him. Oh, I don't know if KSI said this. I don't even know if Vidal said this. I feel like one of them said it, saying that because Logan pushed him, that meant that KSI was in Logan's head. So does that mean because KSI pushed Logan this time, does that mean Logan is in KSI's head? It's so interesting how it feels like they have both swapped positions. It's very, very interesting. I don't know if I was raising a point there, but that's my first opinion when it comes to the difference between this year and last year mentally, I guess. Now for me, I'm going to try and make this a quick video. I'm not going to be analyzing every single thing. These are just the things that I'm keen to talk about. And the one thing that everyone is very keen about, I'm pretty sure, is the freaking the outcome. Because The thing is, like, I felt like last time these two, like, whoever lost the last one would be, like, humiliated at a Joe Weller level. But with this one, it's just because after today's press conference, that happened that you saw in a few clips before, because today's I think November the 8th for me. I'm in different timings compared to the UK, but no, it just oh crap! What the hell? I was on it and now I've already forgotten. What was it? Oh yeah, the egos. Now, like, I'm really actually scared for whoever loses, but to be fair, I'm more scared for KSI now. I find it so funny how at the start of this fight, around when it got confirmed, I was thinking I think KSI will win, but I want Logan to win because I really want to see how KSI will deal with defeat. Because sometimes KSI, he comes across like he's up his ass. But someone in the comment on one of the videos, I forget what video, but someone put a comment saying, like, obviously we don't know this because we all don't know them personally. Like, we don't know KSI and Logan personally. We just know their YouTube persona. But it's a bit interesting how on camera, Logan acts like sometimes in his videos, the nice, happy, I don't know, the nice fun guy. But in real life, he's probably an asshole. And then KSI acts like an asshole on YouTube, but in real life, he's a calm, humble guy. I find that very interesting. They're just complete opposites in a way. And I just feel like with this fight, these two, like, compared to what would have happened to the loser last year, these two are just, it feels like the more the days go on, the more bigger and deeper their holes are going to be for their grave. I feel like they're both digging their own grave here, and I feel like they're both digging massive holes, like pretty big holes. I don't know where I'm going with this. Basically, what I'm saying, whoever loses this fight, I feel like this is going to be 10 times more humiliating than the Joe Weller loss, because these two have said things that just people will attack them forever. At least with Joe. Joe didn't really say too much. He only, like, the one thing he was like, oh, I'm an athlete and you're not. That was like one things he said. These two have said so much and so many multiple things. So whoever loses is just going to be destroyed. And I think it's funny how they're both obviously, acting like tough men. Well, the thing is, they're both, credit to them, they both are tough. They're getting into a ring and all that. But personally, I feel like KSI is more mentally tough than Logan. I feel like Logan's an entertainer. I feel like he's more of a showman than KSI in the way of, like, acting up. And he's just, I feel like all that acting Logan does, like all the acting confident and all that stuff, I feel like that's just to cover the fact that he is worried. And that could be the same for KSI as well. I think that they can both act like they're not scared. I feel like they're both worried in one little way and all that. But obviously, they would never admit that, probably. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. But I'm trying to think of points of what they've said. Like, obviously, like, Shannon, and it's not just KSI and Logan's, Shannon Briggs and Vidal Riley. Like, those two have been going back and forth at mostly Shannon Briggs. And I actually also feel like if Logan loses, his burial will also, I feel like Shannon also has dug Logan a hole in the way of Shannon has talked Logan up so much. Like, of course Vidal has, but Shannon has just talked Logan up, like, ridiculously, like, a lot. He's talked him up so much to the point where if Logan loses, Shannon's just adding to the embarrassment, and Shannon himself will be completely embarrassed because he's like the 2-time champ of the world or something. Vidal's only just started doing pro boxing. But yeah, it's interesting how it's not just heated between Logan and KSI, it's heated between Vidal and Shannon Briggs. And I feel like both sides, obviously this is obvious, but whoever loses gonna be massively embarrassed. And I personally feel like out of the two, when they lose, you think like who will deal with it better. I don't know. We'll find out obviously, but I'll tell you one thing. If this is something I don't think many people are thinking about, and if this happens again, that's it. If this match ends in a draw or anything very, very controversial, we're going to have to do a Joker and write on them. Alright, so I don't know if I don't think I go across all the points I want to, but to be honest, I don't really care. I just want to get down to the main point of this, and that is, who do I think is going to win? KSI, Logan Paul. I am going with KSI. It's just like the thing is, the only reason KSI will lose this match, in my opinion, is either because everything he's been talking about, everything he's been saying he's doing is false and was a lie, or he just gets very nervous in the moment. Those are the only two reasons I can see KSI losing this fight. I just personally don't think Logan wants this as much as KSI. And I just really want to just, like, it's so weird how last year I wanted to actually see KSI lose to see how KSI would deal for loss. Now the way Logan and Shannon have been talking, I want to see Logan lose, and I want to see how he will deal with it. Pretty sure I know how he'll deal with it. He'll just make a shitty, like, little funny video saying, yeah, dude, he beat my ass, credit to him, or something like that. But yeah, that's my prediction. KSI, I hope he does it. We'll find out in the next few days. Oh, and can I just say on the side note, True Geordie has been making like a fair few videos on this, and this is what I love about this whole boxing scene. The boxing scene is what really got me into True Geordie, and I bloody love True Geordie's content, and that's one of my favorite things about all these fights, all these YouTube boxing matches, is the True Geordie content that comes out, like the podcast he's done with KSI and Logan recently, and all the extra videos he's done on it. I love them to death. I love to hear his opinion. So yeah, that was a weird little side note, but it just came to mind. So yeah, credit to True Geordie for that. Love his content, and I especially love it around when it comes to YouTube boxing. But yeah, so that's it. I hope KSI wins. I personally don't think it'll be a great fight. Even though these two want to beat the crap out of each other, I don't think they're gonna actually want to like really properly scrap until like a second or third round, because they can say that they know what they're getting into, but let's just be real. Once they go in there and get hit with a glove, they're one of them. Whoever gets hit first, I think that will be up to them whether they're gonna lose it mentally or not. But yeah, no, I just hope KSI wins, and we'll find out. And yeah, so I'm stuttering here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I know I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, and hopefully the fight will be good. If so, hope you enjoy it. Alright, bye.